During the course of a marriage, people tend to acquire a lot of property. So in North Carolina, what happens to that property when a couple separates? North Carolina General Statute 50-20 addresses equitable distribution, which is the distribution of property between separated spouses. Marital property is any property acquired by the spouses during their marriage and prior to their date of separation, and presently owned by them, except for property that was received by one of the spouses as an inheritance or a gift from a third party. Marital property can include anything from real estate to cars, household goods and furnishings, financial accounts, pension and retirement, stock options, and even frequent flyer miles, credit card points, and pets. Gifts between spouses are also considered marital property. Marital debt is also part of the equation and can be divided between the parties. North Carolina law provides there shall be an equal division using the net value of the marital and divisible property unless the court decides that an equal division is not fair for some reason. Either spouse may ask for more than 50% of the marital estate, and there is a laundry list of factors the court considers to determine whether an unequal distribution is appropriate. A few of those factors are the duration of the marriage and the age and health of both of the parties, any obligation for support arising out of a prior marriage, the income, liabilities, and property of each party at the time of division, any contribution made by one spouse to help develop the career potential of the other spouse, and tax consequences. In working through the financial issues of a separation, it is important to keep a cool head and not let your emotions interfere with the very important task of determining whether or not a certain property distribution or alimony award is fair to you. It should be an educated business decision based upon a review of the financial documents reflecting the net values of the marital property, your income, and your expenses. Unless your spouse committed some sort of financial misconduct, whether or not he or she committed adultery will have no bearing on your property distribution. Thus, you should not let your anger toward him or her influence your ability to accept what may very well be a good financial deal for you. Dealing with a separation and divorce is often one of the most emotionally difficult things a person will deal with in his or her life. While divorce attorneys can offer some guidance with respect to the emotional aspect of the process, speaking with a licensed counselor or psychologist can be helpful in working through the emotional issues that arise from a separation, and is often less expensive than trying to work through these issues with your attorney.